If your civilian convoy comes under small arms fire or IED attack, you need to respond decisively and quickly. I'm Tim Bainbridge from Longwork Rund, and I'm going to explain the 5 C's for responding to an armed attack. Now, this is if your vehicle is still mobile, hasn't been disabled. If your vehicle's been disabled, then you need to see our other video, which talks about the difference between cover from fire and cover from view, and that's a disabled vehicle. However, for this discussion, we're talking about your vehicle is still mobile. Now, you may be thinking, well, if I've been involved in an IED strike, my vehicle's going to be taken out. Well, the reality is, a lot of times, IEDs are initiated by command wire or radio control, and they don't always hit their target. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility that an IED could go off very close to you, but your vehicle could still be mobile. So what are the 5 C's? 1. Clear the area. Your initial response, especially if you're the driver, if something bad happens, is to put your foot on the brake. Absolutely not in this situation. It's better to accelerate out of a situation than break into it. So foot down, get out of there as quickly as possible. And accelerate safely, but hard acceleration. 2, check yourself for injuries. So how do we do that? I check my head. I look at my hands, looking for blood. There's no point checking my whole body and at the end of it seeing blood because I won't know where it's come from. My head, my neck, my arms, check my hands, my front of my body, my hands, my back as much as I can, my hands, my groin, legs, both sides, my bum. Check your hands each time. You're looking for any sign of blood. If you find blood, revert to catastrophic bleeding training we've done from our other video. 3, check the driver. They're not going to be able to check themselves, are they? Because they're busy getting you out of the danger zone. Exactly the same way, check their head, look at your hands, check their arm, their sides, their back, their legs, all the way down the back. Of course, you may not be able to reach all the way over, so that's why you get, if you've got a rear seat passenger, get them to do the other side. Again, checking for blood, any sign of bleeding, catastrophic bleeding training, isn't it? 4, call it in. You've just been through a contact. You don't want anybody else who's coming behind you going through it as well. Get on the radio, get on your sat phone, whatever comms you've got, back to your base, to your control room, put an initial call in so they know what's happened. There's going to be more information coming later, isn't there? But get that first call in as quickly as possible. 5, contingencies. You should have done some form of safe mission planning for this visit or movement that you're on. That'll include your routes, but also for contingencies for incidents along the route. Work out where you are. You should know that. Get onto your contingency, get your driver, heading towards your safe location, whether that's a police station, a hospital, might be a military base, it depends on your context, and then back on the radio, back on the sat phone, letting your control room know where you're going. You may want to get them to make contact with that safe location to let them know you're coming in, potentially coming in hot, especially if you've got casualties. So let's do those again. Clear the area. Check yourself. Check the driver. Call it in, and contingencies. Hopefully, team, you're never going to have to deal with this sort of situation, but it's important to be prepared, isn't it? Plan it, practice it with your team. Thanks again for joining us, team. Check out our other videos. There's lots more information on there for you. Keep sending in your questions. We'll try and answer them as best we can, and we'll see you again on another episode of Ask the Team.